Welcome back, everyone. We're in the chapter of equations. We're doing example 3, which is still completing the square. So example 1 and 2 and exercise 1, we were completing the square, but in those examples, x had a coefficient of 1. It was always 1x squared, 1x squared, 1x squared. Now we have, in this example, 2x squared. And there's now an additional step that needs to be followed in order for this to work, right? So what we're going to do is, the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to take out that coefficient. So this is now this 2, and I want to take it out. So I'm going to take the 2 out, and I'm going to take it out of all 3 terms, okay? So that means that taking 2 out, I have x squared minus 7 divided by 2x, and 3 is my last term, plus 3. Now, it's important for you to keep track of everything that's happening, which is why we use colors, because colors help us see, and colors help us not make mistakes. So, the next thing that you're going to do is the same thing you've been doing all along. You are going to complete the square by putting something in there and making a perfect square, right? So, this pink 2 stays there, and you are going to do x squared minus 7 over 2x. And now we need to add and subtract c. But now b is a fraction. So let's see if we can calculate c. C is going to be equal to a half of b, which is negative 7 over 2 squared. So I can't cancel anything, so now I need to multiply. And the way I multiply is I'm going to multiply the top with top. I'm going to say 1 times negative 7 over 2 times 2. And I'm going to square everything. So that ends up being negative 7 over 4. And I need to square that. Okay, this is my b value. If I do square it, it becomes positive 49 over 16. I'm fine with that. Okay, so what do I write here? I am going to write negative 7 over 4 squared minus negative 7 over 4 squared. And then that plus 3, I bring down and I close my pink bracket. Now what I want to do is I want to do my green bracket, right? My green bracket is going to be those 3 items. So bring my 2 down, open the pink bracket. Now I'm going to open the green bracket, and inside the green bracket I have x, which is the square root of that, this minus sign, and that 7 over 4 without the sign, and I close my bracket, square it. So that is condensing my trinomial, the green one, into a binomial squared. Then I am left with minus, which is this minus sign. In my bracket there, I have 49 over 16 plus 3, and I close my bracket. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now what do? I'm working inside my bracket, so I want to, I've done orange, let's go purple. I want to simplify this. So let's say, hold on. Okay, so the calculator says 49 over 16 plus 3 is going to be 6 and something something. Let's see if we can convert this to a fraction. Nope. So that's the same as 6 and 1 over 16. Okay, so let's go back and it was negative. Hold on. Okay, so this now translates into let's keep it pink, right? I want to keep it pink, so let's do this. Keep it the right shade of pink. 2 open bracket. Inside I have x minus 7 over 2 squared minus, this ends up being 3 and 1 over 16 plus 3, and that simplifies to okay, so this last bracket needs to remain pink. That simplifies to 2 open pink bracket, x minus 7 over 2 squared minus 1 over 16, close bracket. Okay, now the next thing that you need to do is the distributive property. So you're going to multiply this in with this term. This is one term, and you multiply it with that one, which is your second term, because it is separated by pluses and minuses. So I end up getting 2 times x minus 7 over 2 squared, and this is my black bracket. Then this minus sign comes down, and I get 2 times 1 over 16. Now, these two cancel out. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 16 8 times. So my final answer is going to be 2, open bracket, x minus 7 over 2, close bracket, squared, minus 1 over 8. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do this. So this is what we've learned in this video, is how to complete the square, end up with ax plus p squared plus q when the x coefficient is not 1. So extra steps that we had was to take out the coefficient from all 3 terms, complete the square by adding c and subtracting c, condense your trinomial into a perfect square, add the extra numbers up, then reintroduce the 2, multiply everything by the coefficient on the outside, and that's your final answer. So in our next video, we're going to do more exercises like this, where we are going to complete the square in exercise 2. See you now.